In this video, we're going to talk about how to navigate your model using the mouse appropriately. So we're going to talk about mouse controls. And then we're also going to talk about how to adjust color schemes to easily see selections. So what does that mean? Like when you hover over something, it'll change colors to see like what you're selecting. And I'll explain more once we get there. Let's talk about mouse controls. Let's talk about how to pan first. So when you're in your model, let's say you want to move left, right, up, or down. Panning means to do that. That's what panning is. And you'll typically, when you pan, it's a hand symbol. So if you left click, hold the mouse wheel down, hold it down, and then move your mouse, you could pan left, right, up, down. You see the little hand with the arrows. So that is really nice when you're trying to pan over, left, right. So you can see how I'm kind of doing some incremental pans like that. I'm just left clicking, holding the mouse wheel, and moving my mouse. It allows you to easily move around the model. I prefer the mouse shortcut with the wheel, but you could use this. I just feel like it's more clicks, and then you have to hit escape to get out of this pan. So that's why I like to pan with the mouse wheel, holding it down and moving your mouse. So to answer that question, left click, hold the mouse wheel down, and move your mouse. Before, we're going to skip ahead to 22 really quick, because when you first open Inventor, your zoom is backwards. So when you roll your wheel forward, it actually zooms out, and when you roll it back, it zooms in. We don't want that. So we're going to answer question number 22 right now, and you're going to type in these step-by-step instructions. So how do you reverse the zoom behavior? So you're going to go File, so that's step 1. Step 2 is Options. Step 3 is Display. So File, Options, Display is step 3. And then finally, step 4, check the box that says Reverse Zoom or Reverse Direction. So step 1, File, step 2, Options, step 3, Display, step 4, click the check mark for Reverse Direction, and then click Apply. So you have 5 steps. Apply will be the last one. Okay, so that is reversing the zoom direction. That was question 22. So now that we've done that, we can answer 18 and 19. How do you zoom in? You simply roll the mouse wheel forward. How do you zoom out? Roll the mouse wheel backwards. So that's the answers to zooming in and zooming out. Roll the mouse wheel forward to zoom in, to zoom out, roll the mouse wheel backwards. Now, while I'm talking about zooming in and zooming out, one thing I want to tell you about the zoom is wherever your mouse is at, like let's say I want to look at this corner really closely, simply put your mouse there and then roll it forward and it'll zoom in on that spot. Or if I put it up here and I roll forward, it'll zoom in there. So wherever your mouse is at, when you're rolling the wheel forward, it'll zoom in on that area. And again, when I zoom in, I could then use pan maybe to pan over in the model. If I want to scoot down over here, hold the wheel down and move the mouse to pan. So that is panning, zooming in, zooming out. Let's talk about zoom all. A zoom all will bring your entire model full screen. So what the heck does that mean? So let's say I'm off over here in space. I'm like zoomed in super far. I'm panning around. I can't find my model. To do a zoom all with your mouse, you double click the wheel. So double tap that mouse wheel down and it'll pull up your model full screen. It's same thing as clicking the house. So when you click the house, same thing. It does a zoom all. I like the mouse wheel shortcut, which is double clicking the mouse wheel to perform a zoom all. The next one we're going to talk about is 3D orbiting. What the heck is a 3D orbit? Well, later on I'm going to show you how to create a 3D model like you see here. And let's say you want to move around that model and look around it. So if you hold Shift and hold down the mouse wheel and move your mouse, you can then orbit in 3D space. And you'll see the view cube in the top right also rotating as I'm doing this. So again, I'm holding the Shift key on the keyboard and I'm holding down the mouse wheel and moving my mouse to perform a 3D orbit. If I click the house on the view cube, it'll take me back to that home isometric standard view. So the next answer to this one, hold the shift key and the mouse wheel and move your mouse to perform the 3D orbit. So all of those are necessary when trying to navigate your model and look at different things closely to easily get to where you want to go so you can create your model. The last thing I'm going to talk about in this video is going to be the color scheme. So one of the things that's kind of hard to see in Inventor is see how when I hover over these faces it turns red? Well, the default is actually like a whitish gray and it gets really hard to see. So I'm going to show you how to turn on or change the color scheme so when you hover over certain faces it's that reddish color and you can see what you're trying to select. Or you see these edges, see how it's turning red? That's because of a change that I made. So yours currently isn't set up that way, so I want you to jot these down in your notes for number 23. Step 1, click File. So you're typing this in. Step 2, click Options. Step 3, click Colors up top. Step 4, click Customize Schemes. Step 5, click the plus sign next to Selection. Step 6, now yours, this may be a little bit confusing, but step 6, click on the blank white box area for highlight. Step 6, click on the blank white box area right here. Yours is going to be plain white. Just click right there. I know it's going to be hard to see. Just click that and it'll pull up the color scheme for highlighting or selecting objects. And change that to red, so that'll be your last step. So step 6 was click the white box for highlight. Step 7, change it to the red color and then say OK. Say OK. Click Apply, click Close, and then that is how you can change that color scheme. And that's it.